Hi, this is Rebecca Chang for bizmom.com. Let me introduce you here a successful entrepreneur who's made his stamp with his globally known company, Mr. Garry Lee. He's the ACC winner of the 2004 Best Award that was given to him for his best starting his company. And his company is known Global EMC Inc. First of all, Garry, I would like to thank you for this opportunity of meeting us.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca, for coming.
You're welcome. At the ACC forum, you mentioned about the open opportunity that you saw. Could you tell us, what did you do with that opportunity? Take a venture or do a business?
Yes. I started a business back in 2002, Rebecca. It was an opportunity at that time. I used to work for an American company and been in the industry 7 years prior to starting my own, and I realized that there's potential that I could grow the company on my own. I felt that there was more, perhaps, I could put more into this, being on my own rather than work for corporations. Corporations are a great way to start and get your footstep into the market, but as I started to develop my own personal career, I realized that I could do more with what I'm capable of. So I started that idea in 2002, and we're going to now today. It's almost 10 years in the making, so I'm quite proud of our achievement so far. So thank you for asking.
So what was the primary emotion that actually given you that push to do the business?
The primary emotion was that I couldn't control my own destiny working for corporations. I've seen corporations make decisions without considerations on your personal well-being, and I felt that if I was to stay with the large corporations, in good time we will be secure, but in bad time there was no sense of security for that. And I thought, rather wait till that to happen. I decided to venture my own and create my own market, and so that's the major push for me to go towards entrepreneur.
So did you feel like, I'm sure you had, it's a silly question, but you had challenges that you had to overcome?
Yeah, there's certainly.
Could you name one or two perhaps?
The challenge was getting recognitions. As I mentioned in the ACC forum, the recognition of a small company or any startup company, it's always that, the unknown factor. The market does not know you at that point in time, and it's you have to prove to the world that you're capable of delivering a service or a product to them. So the challenge was getting recognitions, being small as you are, and you're going to be humble and work slowly at it.
So would you say that you, as your company was growing, you personally had to overcome and grow and become bigger than the challenge itself?
Yeah, once we get the company going forward, it was much easier after that point, Rebecca. We, getting the bank to, for example, to start with, at the beginning, it was extremely difficult to get the loan to support us. But once you get it going, you see the revenue coming in, you see the potential coming in, customers accepted you, and it's much easier after that, once you get the momentum going forward.
I would say today you are in a much better position then.
Yeah, today definitely we're better positions. We've grown from one engineer to almost 20 now. The bank has been very supportive now today to help us out, and of course now even staffing. At the beginning, it's a challenge to get the right people to believe in you. It's one thing to see a vision yourself, but it's another to get the others to see the same vision as you and believe in your project. Retaining employees is important, so retention it's got to be high. And today we would not have the problem as we were 10 years ago. And our employees are very happy where we are today, and they see the potential growth now. And so everything's much easier today than when we first started.
Okay. At the ACC, I believe you said something about not only your expansion, but actually you have done something for your employees. Could you tell us what and why did you do that?
I do believe in the well-being of the company itself, and be truthful to employees. Building a company such as ours, it does not take one man, it takes many men and women to build this company. So my vision right now at this point in time is to develop the next locations. Currently we're in this 9,500 square foot building. Our next step is creating our own building, which is 23,000 square foot up north of us here. This will be employee/employer owned building. It's an investment the company put together with the employees in mind, and the rewards obviously is that this building belongs to the employees and the employer. It's a sense of security that I have created, for their own well-being as well as the company's well-being, and it's a pride in the employees to grow the company, and hopefully they see this as an achievement 10, 15 years from now when the buildings are mortgage-free. They own part of it. So rather than one man takes it all, it's many men and women takes it, and that's the contribution that the company put back to the table for the loyal support of the employees.
Oh wow, that's very extraordinary. And if I were to ask you today, what kind of advice you could give to a new entrepreneur regarding their to achieve the growth, their their goals, so that how far they can go, what they can do?
I think all entrepreneurs must have a drive for it. In any business, you need to have a drive. It's important for you to have this. It gets discouraging at the beginning, like I mentioned earlier. It's certainly, there are times you've been challenged whether you are doing the right thing or not. It's often, we as an entrepreneur have to remember, it's not always rosy by looking, watching TV and see how other businessmen made it. What you don't see behind the scene is that there's a lot of willpower behind those individuals to make it up there. So my recommendation is stay focused on your business, and definitely you must have a drive for it. Otherwise, I don't want you to run out of steam before you get to the end. So I think you're just going to maintain consistency and keep driving yourself forward.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you, Garry.
Okay.
And this is Rebecca Chang, and talking with Mr. Garry Lee here about his journey of his personal growth and expansion of his business, where he is today. Thank you.
Thank you.